Hey guys, this is Livjaza Edit here. Very excited to have this conversation today with two very wonderful hosts. I've got Amara over here, who is our product head. I've got Daniel over here, who is a owner of a holiday company called Daniel's Holiday Homes, and myself. I am part of the partnerships team here at Livjaza, and I am excited to bring you all the intricacies and the different parts of the world that runs behind giving guests an amazing experience in Dubai. Like we all hear about holiday homes and companies and great places to stay, horror stories, but we're excited to dive really deep into all of this today and give you guys a good time. I'm a little bit new to this industry. I would say, I'm a little bit of a baby when it comes to all of this. But Amara, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been in this hosting industry for about 4.5 years now, plus Livjaza's experience, so 2 years. But honestly, it's a completely different kind of a world. I've always wanted to work in hospitality. I just didn't know that I would end up here in hosting. And I didn't know, like B&B's property management, that this was such a big industry. And I started working in Canada. I was managing properties in Canada and America.
Wow.
And you do not know the kinds of things that people do in those properties. It is insane. And it takes so much effort to manage those properties. And if those properties were not professionally managed, you do not know the amount of things that go wrong. It is not for like an individual person to be able to manage this.
Oh,
you
I've-
need like
I've had
a
a couple
whole
experiences.
fleet of people.
100%.
Yeah. And so after that, when I moved to Dubai, I've been applying to Livjaza because I kept seeing about Livjaza online and I wanted to join the team and build something from the background, which is why I don't host anymore. But instead, I built a platform that helps our hosts that are professional and help us connect our professional hosts to guests that want that experience.
That luxury experience that Dubai
Yes.
is offering, right? You know what? That ties me exactly into our guest here. So, Daniel, tell us a little bit about yourself. What you've created and how
Yes.
you're experiencing all of it right now. Are you happy? You look very happy, man.
Well, I am happy. Yeah, it's the peak season now, so of course I'm happy. No, it's, no,
Happy
yeah,
and busy.
exactly. No, yes, it started in Dubai in general 10 years ago, but really got into the holiday homes market, that's what they call it. I would say 7 years ago. So, yeah, as a well, as having my own apartments here in Dubai, I started just experimenting with my own apartments, trying to see how it would work.
It was a different. I'm guessing it was a different world back then, right? Like
Exactly,
it
yes.
wasn't as professional as it is
now.
right
No,
now.
Not at all. I believe there were like 2 or 3 holiday homes companies in Dubai, and yeah, I thought, okay, let me just give it a go myself, and yeah, that's where I expanded with my own properties, but moreover with other owners coming to me asking like, hey, I want to do the same thing because first of all, it's giving great flexibility, more revenue than long-term rent, and yeah, that's where I built my team and built my company, and till today it's going great. The holiday homes market is booming. As we know, especially here in Dubai, because it's a great place to
100%.
to come on holiday all year long.
There is a misconception that like during the summer times, like it doesn't really work, but
It definitely is working as well. Obviously, it is hot,
Yeah.
as we all know, but people are still coming to Dubai. Of course, the prices are different, but we are never complaining with we are always at a decent level of occupancy. We are always, let's say, even in the summer at 80% plus occupancy. So it's not that we are completely empty. There's always a market in Dubai. Of course, we have to adjust here and there some rates but yeah, we are never empty. We are always busy, even in the summer. In the peak season, obviously, we are very busy. But it's always
Part
running.
of learning how to adapt and making sure that
Exactly.
you put the right effort in the right place at the right
Exactly,
time. Right?
exactly, yeah.
Different seasons require different kind of strategies, but like
sure.
you just have to, I guess, adapt and try to adapt to those strategies.
For sure.
And Daniel, I just want to know about, like, when you said that you started with your own properties,
Yeah.
right? So you kind of started with being an individual host, kind of
Exactly.
moving into professional hosting.
Yes, exactly.
So how did you, like, what made you come to like professional? You found it difficult when you were doing it by yourself, or you felt like you needed more people, right?
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
when I was doing it on my own, I was doing basically everything on my own, like from the check-ins to the maintenance checks. Well, I've been even cleaning apartments,
Yeah.
like in the start where the cleaners didn't show up. I was like, okay, let me do it myself, and
Roll up your
and
sleeves and
so
get your
I was
hands
like,
dirty,
okay,
yeah.
the guests are here in like 2 hours. I will do it myself, and
Nice.
but obviously, especially by adding more apartments to my portfolio, I definitely needed help, and I needed a team, a trustworthy team, a professional team that
is not
helped
easy.
me. It's not easy because, well, the guests need to be registered, the guests need to be reached out to. They require a certain level of communication beforehand, during the stay, after the stay as well.
Yeah.
And it's that's where I saw, like, okay, if I really wish to grow this business, and not just be like an individual, like casually hosting, I need to add like a good team next to me, where I would still be on top of everything myself, passing by the properties, checking if
It needs that.
It
you
needs
need
that.
to be very,
You need to
very
be on top.
involved on a
Yes.
granular level. Yeah.
Otherwise, it simply doesn't work. Well, it might work, but you will.
It's gonna go downhill.
Yeah, exactly.
There's too many moving parts, right?
Yes.
There's too many moving parts for one individual to keep track of at all times, to make sure the guest has an amazing experience, to make sure hygiene is on point, to
Yes.
make sure
Communication,
the check-in,
everything,
the
yeah.
checkouts, like especially in a place like Dubai where. Like,
quality
there's
is-
a lot of horror stories, and the
Yeah.
quality is the standard that people are looking for.
Yes.
Is always like 110%.
Yes,
right?
yes.
You can never offer anything lower, because if you do,
Yeah, people are comparing it with the 5-star hotels that we are used to here, because every hotel, not even the 5-star, even the lower star, that they're always at a great
Really, really high
quality
quality.
here, and people are comparing that into the holiday home, the short-term rental. They want to have that same quality, but also the effort of the convenience of having the space and comfort of your own home. So it's
Having a home-like comfort, right?
Exactly,
but
yeah.
with that hotel level service,
Exactly.
right? Like,
Exactly, yeah, and that's what we try to implement, and we are proud to have in good buildings in Dubai, so that are sometimes also linked with hotels.
Yes, service apartments and stuff.
So of course the facilities and the reception, everything is already at a good point, but that's not everything.
No.
From our side, we still need to provide a
And
very
it
good.
is only possible if you're a professional host. If you're individual, you cannot provide that hotel level service. You just simply cannot. No.
We often get calls from individual hosts that are just running their 1, 2, 3 properties themselves, and we often hear it's okay. I'm a casually good, but then I'm gonna start looking at the reviews, and they're like.
No,
3.5
it shows.
out of 5.
Trust me, I've
6,
had my
and then-
fair share of experiences with individual hosts.
let's move into the horror stories of hosting.
stories. Yeah.
Right?
Well,
Both on the guest side and the host side. I've heard tons of terrible stories, like mold, being locked out of their rooms. They go in, and then turns out it's not even an entire room, apartment for themselves. It's shared between Amara's gonna tell us a really
Oh
funny.
God, please. Oh my God. Guys, I ended up staying in an office one time.
in an office.
In an office. I booked a place with my dad over during COVID time. It was a villa, we had access to 2 bedrooms. Like I checked in, I had access to 2 of the bedrooms. I thought, okay, maybe they've locked off the other bedrooms, maybe because they have their items there. I don't know. COVID time, people do a lot of weird things. So we're staying in that in that villa. It's a long weekend. So on Tuesday, I'm just imagine this. Like I'm sitting in the living room in my pajamas, sipping coffee, and I see people walking in, and they're okay with me being there too. They're acting like it's normal, and I'm like, what's going on? So I like talk to one of the girls who's an employee of that office, and I ask her, like, what are you guys doing
Wait, so
here?
you're in your pajamas, they're like suited up.
They're proper, like dressed up for work. And she
You new
tells,
here?
yeah, she's like, I was like, did you guys book the other rooms or what?
Yeah.
Like, she's like, no, it's our office. Those rooms are our office. And they're using the same living room I'm using, the same dining table. They're leaving dishes that I'm washing. It was insane. I can't find a new place.
You were washing their dishes.
Their dishes, because what am I gonna do? Use a dirty kitchen? They're leaving everything there. It was terrible.
Quite an experience.
It is quite an experience. And I kept calling, obviously, we all know that company, we're calling the OTA, the booking platform.
Yeah.
And they're basically saying, oh, just speak with your host. It's a super host. They can help you out. Just speak with them.
Super host? This was a super host?
Glowing reviews, amazing property. The property was amazing.
Wow.
But he's an individual host. It's his house. He's managing it. And he's like putting office and people living in the same place. I don't even want to talk about it. It's terrible.
Talk about milking your apartment and trying to make the most
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah, that's
And I couldn't find a place. So I had to stay there for a couple of weeks, just like that, washing dishes, cleaning after the office people. I was basically their office girl,
Nice.
just taking care of them. Yeah, and my dad's freaking out. I don't know what to tell him.
Yeah, no, it's quite an experience. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty crazy. I mean,
Now you know why I joined Livjaza.
Yeah, I can
to
imagine.
make something
yeah.
different.
You want
I needed
to
be
make
different.
a different difference. Yeah.
being able to like you want to have that comfort of when you book a place, like that's the whole point of having a service, right? Like you're promising an experience for the guest. Like, okay, you take a look at the pictures, you have descriptions, everything looks good. You don't want to be going in there and then being surprised by a whole bunch of different things like molds or an office being in the same place as you're one that you're
crazy.
sharing, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'd love to know, in your experience, Daniel, like, have you traveled outside of Dubai, or maybe even in Dubai, have you booked an apartment that wasn't yours? You know?
Definitely, yeah.
Did you ever have an experience where it was a little bit of a oof? Okay.
Yeah, well, it was outside of Dubai actually. Again, with the platform that you were just talking about. Like, I booked an apartment in France. So I was there just spending my summer, and we booked there. I was there with my cousins, and we booked like for a week, and then we came there, and it was like in a very shabby neighborhood, and the door was like tried to break and open, and we could clearly see that. So okay, well, we moved in, and then we came in, and that house was like, okay, and I'm not tall, but that house was like, not the house, apartment was like 2 meters high. So we were like, whoa, what is going on? And we were like into the rooms, and that makes like an experience. Like it was just not clear what the apartment was. So we came, of course, if you are very clear stating in the description, like the apartment is 2 meters high, okay, we can expect something. But the expectation, like you just need to have clear communication. Obviously, the not every house, apartment, villa, whatsoever is the same, but you need to just have clear communicate
also,
beforehand.
the angles that they capture make it look like a mansion.
Yeah, just
it's
clear,
insane.
just clear communicate like it is in an office. Okay, then you know what you can expect.
It had 5-star reviews.
Yeah, that's and that is like and that is the I would call it like a bit of a problem nowadays. Like everything can be so nicely put it online, and it looks like an amazing property with the best amenities, with the best property in the best neighborhood whatsoever. But once you come there, it's like, and that of course gives a bit of
bums you out a little.
Yeah, exactly.
You're
Yeah,
like, man,
so-
I'm spending this much money. I'm coming here for my vacation, or like,
Yeah.
I want to have a great experience, and then you're like, wow.
Then you're
This
calling,
bathroom is not a
complaining.
Sheikh's bathroom as I
Yeah.
expected. It's not massive. you know?
Exactly. Yeah, but yeah. So that's.
I hear you. So you're saying that was an individual host, like out there,
Eh,
right?
Yeah,
it wasn't
exactly.
a holiday
No,
home
it was
company.
not a holiday home company.
Right.
So that's what we have just been discussing. You see clear differences between an holiday homes company that have their entire setup for you coming in
For
and
professional hosting.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. So then when a guest is booking, like from the start to finish, even after checking out, everything has been taken care of. So yeah, there I can clearly see a difference in yeah.
That honestly leads me to, the fact that when you're creating something new for Dubai, you're creating something for the Dubai people, the way people like to experience things here, whether they're from Dubai or they're not, everyone expects
Yes.
like a
certain
certain
level.
standard.
Yeah.
And like talking about these horror stories, like you experience this in Dubai, you experience this outside, and then like you have your own holiday home company now. You're part of creating a service that connects holiday homes to everyone in the Middle East.
Yeah, people
So-
who want that higher level of like standard when it comes to their stay, when they want to have like a good stay, like a hotel, like stay with a home, like comfort. This is what we're trying to obviously do and build here. And Dubai is different. Dubai, like people come here, they're not backpacking around. They're coming here to have a good stay with their families, a more luxurious experience, and you can't necessarily have that if you're staying in a very, like, let's say shared space, or like you could, rather than booking a one bedroom in somebody's apartment, you could book a studio a bit further away, but it gives you this like privacy, and you have more
Exactly.
freedom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I had the mistake of booking an apartment when I came here for a visit when I used to stay in Toronto. I was like, oh, I'm so excited to go back to Dubai. I'm spending my own money. I'm going to go book my own place. It's going to be beautiful. I did it. And when I arrived with my partner at the time, there was no one to check me in. Like the security guy is asking me a whole bunch of questions. I'm
Who
like,
are you?
security, what's going on? Like this, I've never had to do this before. And he's like, yeah, no, we can't let you in. I'm standing outside with my bags and a very angry partner who's like, this is the place that you booked for us, So it was a mess. Turns out the host wasn't even in the country.
Yeah.
There's
That's
no way
what
to
I see
communicate.
also a lot
in
now.
Dubai,
Yeah.
like once you're about to check in, the security guard would either ask someone to be there or register you.
True.
That person didn't register him, right? Yeah.
And then
they were
that's
not
good
there.
what Dubai did now recently.
Yeah.
That now they are like making it mandatory for the host, let's say, or holiday homes to be there to check you in.
Yeah.
Now, well, for example, Amara, all the other
Depending on the
developments,
property,
they,
right, yeah.
they say like, and that's what where I'm very happy. Even if it's at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 10 p.m., whatsoever, like someone need to be there
Yeah.
to check you in, and that is great because it's you get like the personal touch with your guest, and whatever they need extra that they check into the apartment, you can explain about the facilities, about the apartment itself, obviously. So yeah, that is a good thing. And of course, by being abroad or not, by not being in the country, well, that makes it harder.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that's a good thing. That's
And
And
that's
if
why
you are, sorry, I wanted to say that if you are an individual host, you cannot do that all the time, right?
No, you cannot.
If you have staff members, some people can attend to some, and like you can just manage that. If you're individual, you cannot be always there for check-in. So
no, true.
Now on the other side of things, like this is for sure, like it's a problem that needs to be solved, and I'm so happy to hear that companies like yourself is putting that extra touch on, just rather than being able to read on the phone, oh yeah, this is the neighborhood, this is the amenities, yada yada yada.
And have a
Like
good
someone
stay.
face to face comes and
Exactly.
gives that experience to the guests,
Yes.
right? Now, on the host side, like there's a ton of trouble that comes on that way as well because of the variety of people that come to Dubai to book a place, right?
Yes.
And we've also noticed that certain platforms which help holiday homes connect to guests can be, it's a little very much like the West where the customer is always right. And
Yes.
not to say that that's a bad thing. It's definitely needed in business to make sure that everyone gets a fair share of things. However, I'm speaking to a host. He had someone book in for an entire month. And for one night of that month, the building, no fault of the host, shut off the AC.
Okay. Yeah.
Shut off the AC for one night. The guests never complained during the stay and then mentioned it after during the reviews.
Yeah. Yeah.
What ended up happening was 30% of the entire month stay was cut off for that host. That's a massive
crazy.
amount of money that they're losing out on for what? Like one night that could have been fixed by maybe them just calling the host or maybe them getting like an AC in the room.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money that they're losing out
Yeah.
on. And this is just one of the hundreds of stories that I've heard within hosting.
Yes.
It's just very unfair.
I'm sure like in Canada and all, it's a little bit different where, you know, the entire environment is set up that way where all businesses run in a way where it's like, okay, yeah, we'll sort it out for you. Guest done. Like, you know, take our money, take my clothes, take everything, you know? But it's different here. Businesses run like in a very fair standard where, you know, Dubai has laws on you know, what's that thing when on reviews or
Yeah.
you can't be making
Yeah,
up
you
bad
cannot
things.
make
You can't
things
be
up.
making
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you
no,
can't
no.
be defrauding a service, right?
True.
Yeah.
In that sense, Daniel, like maybe have you had an experience which was like a little bit tough where
Definitely. Actually, like it happened not that long time ago. Like someone stayed with me for like 10 nights, and then in the building, there was like a fire alarm test going on. And okay,
That's
fine.
normal.
Yeah, that's normal. We know, especially by living in Dubai, that happens once in a while. Fine. But the guest was like panicking, running out of the apartment building, and she hurt herself or something, like not very much, like just a scratch. And she was throwing at, I want to leave, I have a bad experience, I want a full refund on like the 6th or the 7th night. I want a full refund, I'm gonna complain. And she was gonna complain, and well, the OTA gave like as well like 20-25% refund of like, first of all, it didn't even happen in the apartment. It was like by going out, and yeah, what can we do about such things, right? So yeah, it's of course you need to deal with it. You need to deal with different kind of people, different kind of mindsets, but obviously we can handle it.
Yeah.
We need to handle it. That's what we are here for as well, obviously. But
and we were talking just a bit before this, and I know how much effort you and your team put into making sure your guests have a really good experience, right? Like you go above and beyond.
And yeah, that's of course like well, what people say like, I can book this, I can book, but every apartment, every building is like different, I would call it, because yeah, it's managed differently, and that's really making a difference of the entire experience. Like the exact same apartment can be an entirely different.
And how does that make you feel as a host? Like,
well, of course, I hear great feedback from our guests that the communication, cleanliness, maintenance, everything is in a on point to call it. But yeah, now I also had friends coming when I was, for example, fully booked, that they booking another apartment, which is of course totally fine. But yeah, they say like, the host wasn't picking up, and we had a leakage, we had this, we had that, and yeah, that's where I see like an exact same apartment can have a total different experience for the guests.
That point, when your host is not picking up, don't you wish that the platform that you're booking through had some kind of support locally that gave you you know, maybe if the host is not picking up, maybe the platform can help, because your money is going to both parties. So
Exactly.
they should help you out.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah, no, that would be great. Like, okay, we have our support team, obviously, but I know there are quite some, which we just have been discussing, individual guests or even other holiday homes or that are not always available. And yeah, to get some support there. Yeah, I'm sure for the experience of the guests, it would definitely help.
And that is something definitely my team and I have kept in our mind when we wanted to build something for, you know, considering the guest needs and the host needs. So definitely, yeah, I'm glad that you also agreed that, yeah, exactly, you need help from both parties.
Yeah, having that additional layer of support, like having one layer of support which your team can provide for the guest is good. But then when that might fail, or there might be a time when they're busy, there's always good to have another net of support which can protect whatever falls
of course, you're
down.
on the same side, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like with other platforms, like you're like against each other, but you need to be on the same side. You are here to make the guests happy. You are here to create, well, a memorable experience for the guests. And
Exactly.
yeah, that is definitely
like refunds are great, amazing. Guests love it. But
love refunds?
sometimes I don't want a refund. Sometimes I want my issue to be resolved. I don't want a refund.
That's what we always try to, like, of course. People complain, right? That's sometimes in our nature to complain, to
be nitpicky.
Yeah, and
no, I don't like
and of
this.
course you because you are a paying customer, everything needs to be perfect. And yeah, but of course to solve it in a proper way, or by giving something extra, even if it's an extra night, or as I just told you, we have like a car on the company to get them all around
really cool.
Dubai, extra cleaning. Of course, we are here to support the guests, to make it like an enjoyable stay, and that's not always just about a refund, or it goes beyond that.
I think it's a little bit of an art, you know, to be able to do that really well, and not just look at it on paper and be like, okay, they got this, they got this, they got this. All good to go. But it takes a different sense of understanding of what an experience is to really put yourself in the guest's shoes. To be like, hey, I want to give this person an amazing time, the week or 2 days or 3 days, however long they're with us. We want to make them feel like a king.
Yes, right? Exactly.
You don't even know the things I've done for our guests. I've done groceries, been their wedding planner, found musicians for their wedding. Like, I've done everything because, like, I really wanted to know why people are staying in the property that they're staying. Sometimes they're staying because of, let's say, a funeral, or sometimes they're staying because they're going to have a party. There's so many different reasons, and you have to really cater to that, and you need a team. You can't do it alone. So you have
hospitality
to really,
is different, man.
Yeah, you have to really understand why your guests are staying with you, and only then you're gonna be able to build something to answer that why. Like, if you're staying with me for whatever reason, I want to be able to cater to that.
Yeah, but that's where also guests would come back, right? Like, if you give that memorable stay and really go beyond what they expect, like as you just said, just do some grocery shopping,
whatever you need,
pick them up from the airport with the nice company chauffeur. Like, of course, that is like something like, okay, it's a home that I've booked, but still with a hotel vibe experience. And I think, well, by having the team for that and by bringing that together, it's really a game changer for many people in that comes on holiday.
Yeah, sometimes they don't buy a vacation home, but they just come back to the same vacation home because they want to feel like this is their family home.
Yeah, because of course, the holiday homes has 2-3 bedrooms. It can definitely help them out. Yes.
Yeah, 100%. Like, there's different types of people that come into Dubai. You know, there's some people who just want that hotel experience. Yeah. Some people want a little bit of a smaller thing. But then there's a large community, a large market of people that are coming in who want to get both. And it's amazing to see that we're growing it in that way where the rest of the world really can't compete. You know, they don't have that. Like, I've traveled to Thailand, I've traveled to Europe, I've traveled to North America, and the experiences that I've gotten over here versus what I've gotten over there, miles apart. So that's awesome. You know, I do want to understand a little bit because, like, man, this industry is changing on a daily basis. Laws are changing, taxes, regulations. You know, in terms of future of hosting in Dubai, can it get better? Like, how's it going to change? You know, how's it going to evolve? What is the competition? Where is that coming from?
Can AI take your job? Definitely.
I think it can definitely. Well, there's always room for making it better, right? And well, you were just talking about AI and innovative. Yeah, I'm sure it will get to that level even further where, well, the hotel standards will be even more into the holiday homes. Like, okay, now we are already go to check in the guests, to offer extra services as hotel hotels are doing as well. But I definitely believe like, that service, that quality would even be, higher.
I
There
think
are
so as well.
property management companies right now that are starting to offer daily cleans,
Yes.
kind of becoming like a hotel.
Yes.
So it's really
Yeah.
insane to see how people are really evolving and changing and trying to make themselves different
Yes,
from
and
others.
that's what we are
Yeah.
already doing now as well.
Yeah.
We do it now every 2 days that the guest is coming. We already
Oh.
give a cleaning.
Oh.
And we also have a chauffeur, a driver on the company that
Wow.
can pick them up from the airport, bring them to the airport. They want to go to the Dubai Mall. Of course, it's that's all bookable. And all these kind of things need all, you can
you
see
need to
that.
have
Those are
everything
benefits,
Yeah,
under
so-
one roof. Yeah.
And again, that's what I said. Like it really matters what you are booking. If it's again individual host or a company, and what kind of company, it definitely matters. Yeah.
Yeah. I do want to speak about how Dubai's weather kind of plays into like how you clean an apartment. I feel like the biggest reason for me to book with a professional host is whenever because they have professional cleaning. Because like I stayed in an apartment in Dubai for about a month before I joined Livjaza, obviously. That's when I basically as soon as I checked in, I went to the washroom to check the washroom. There's mold.
Yeah.
Because Dubai is humid and mold grows here pretty easily.
yeah.
So if you don't clean regularly or clean professionally with proper cleaning items, it's not gonna be
it's not going away.
it's not
That's not going
it's gonna
away.
be really bad. Then there were 5 layers of used soap in the washroom. And there was a massive yellow stain on the bed. Now I don't want to know what that stain is. But yeah, and it was an individual host, super host, glowing reviews, everything's perfect. Then, okay, all of that aside, I clean everything myself. And then I go to cook something. The stove is not working. I call the booking platform. I'm
yeah.
like, hey, there's no stove. I also messaged the host. He's not responding. So I ended up calling the booking platform.
Yeah.
They're like, the host mentioned that there is a kitchen. They never said there's a stove. Excuse me?
You have to
So what can you do in the
specify,
kitchen?
Like,
Yeah.
I need a fork. I need a stove.
Like,
Yeah.
am I gonna now teach you what needs to be in a kitchen?
yeah.
And then anyway, the host said, okay, I'll drop off a stove. 3 days goes by, nothing, no stove. I had to buy it myself. Yeah, I did get a refund, but I would have rather had a good stay rather than all of this because I'm working, I'm trying to figure out my life here. Why do I have to deal with this on the side? I wish I booked with a professional host. But after that, I never made that mistake. And I kept booking with professional hosts, and it has always been a good stay. Either a hotel or a professional host. I'm not staying anywhere else. Individual hosts, yeah, of course. I feel like it could work if you're living in the same house as them. Then they care about it.
Yeah.
But if it's a different house that they just keep it on the side,
It's
No.
no go.
avoid at all
No-go.
costs.
Yeah.
So as a guest, I would definitely tell you that if you are looking for a property, make sure you see their hosting experience. See look for professional hosting signs, such as how long they have been hosting, how many properties they have. Reviews alone are not going to cut it because people can fake it,
Definitely,
unfortunately.
yeah.
But obviously we take a lot of precautions so that doesn't happen. But that could still happen. So it's definitely worth looking into the experience and how many properties they have and the quality of the photos. Because if it's looking sketchy, it probably is.
You heard it here, guys. If you want to stay away from the yellow stains,
Well,
Yes.
yeah. And I was scared to leave a review because it's Dubai.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, I just let it be. I just forgot about it. Yeah.
So Mara, how has this journey been? Have you, when you were a little kid, where you're like, Mama, I want to create an OTA.
No, I actually didn't. I wanted to be in hospitality industry. I actually wanted to become a pilot, but here we are. But anyway, I knew I wanted to do something with the hospitality industry. And as you know, I started working with the property management company where I was just looking into the holiday home department. And I learned that this industry is so intricate. There's so much work that goes into it. As a guest, you have all these different people coming from all these different kind of journeys, and everyone, the same property that someone would love, the other person would absolutely despise. It's crazy. So I saw so many, like I saw things from the host side, I saw things from the guest side. And when I moved to Dubai, like I said, I was applying to Livjaza. Long before I came here, I didn't get a call back because my phone number was Canadian. So when I arrived here, I changed the phone number to Dubai. And I finally got the call back and I came into the office. I spoke to the CEO and I obviously said, like, listen, please, you need to get me on board because I've seen things from both sides and I think I can really add value. So I obviously pitched my ideas and obviously everything is backed by data and what I've actually seen. So that was kind of my journey in starting in Livjaza. And, you know,
But it's been crazy.
it's been crazy. It's been crazy. There's been so many moments where I have just cried in the what's that called, the emergency exit. You know, like I've just stood there and like sobbed because you don't like when you're starting, when you have a startup, and because I take ownership of my work and I really feel like this is my company all the time. I really feel like this is my company. So I put so much effort. And when I feel like maybe things are not going to work out, because it's so intricate, building a platform is not easy. You have all these channel managers you have to connect to. You have to understand the guest side of things, the host side of things, payment processing.
Yes.
So many layers to it. And as soon as you feel like things are going good, everything just kind of starts falling apart and you feel like, I don't know if this is going to work. And you feel so demotivated. There were really a lot of moments of, I guess, doubt and feeling like it's not going to work. But alhamdulillah, touch wood, we're here. Yes.
I think it's been amazing because like I walked into the office and I see pretty much a finished product and I see something that the industry already has, but it's something that's better. That's something that's made for UAE, a service provider that connects holiday home companies to people who want a luxury experience and has a customer service profile behind it, has additional layers to make the entire experience amazing for both the hosts and the guests.
Exactly, because sorry to interrupt, but
Go
I
ahead.
feel like, we need something that is really made for the UAE,
Yeah.
like other big platforms, like obviously it's all over the world, great, but you can never really explain them when you call them. Explain, here it goes like this, or the air conditioning goes like this. Like if we are having something that is especially for the UAE, that is really great because that's what we need, and then that looks after the guests, of course, that is extremely important, but also think about the hosts that are also putting their effort in and not. As we just discussed, like about air conditioning, about fire drills, about all these kind of things that are happening here in the UAE. That is like this understanding is what we need. Yeah,
like when I would call as a guest, if I called or as a host, like it's so hard for the OTA to understand how things work here. Like there is a switch to turn on the hot water.
Exactly.
They don't get it.
Yes.
They don't know
or the
about
gas
it.
or the
Or the washing machine. They would just say the washing machine is not working.
Exactly.
But there's a button, babe.
Yes.
Press it.
Yes, and that's what we get a lot from US guests. Like the hot water is not working. Or
It's different.
You
for
really
sure.
need to understand, and you really need to have that local support so guests feel safe when they're booking here. Because the first time I came, I booked a hotel because I don't know how B&Bs work here. I don't know how it's going to be.
Yeah.
Because me managing like the amount of things that I've seen, I'm really scared to book with an individual and not a professional host. So so it's really nice to have that. Hopefully we bring that.
I think we are. I think we're doing that, and I think it's going to be an even more crazier, even more fun ride. We're going to have more conversations with like really super experienced people like yourself. You know, we're going to get to see this thing evolve, and I'm very excited. I'm excited to be part of this journey.
I'm excited
and,
too.
Daniel, like honestly, thank you so much, man. It's been a great conversation. We've gotten so much to learn about you. You know, about how it feels like to be part of the other side, you know, like the head of a holiday home company, what it means to give someone a 5-star experience and to really provide that. And we're really excited to have you here, and we're excited for our partnership as well.
Definitely.
Again,
Thank you for having
know,
me. And I'm also definitely excited to, the partnership and looking for a great...
2026 is going to be a great year, man.
For sure.
Before we end this, I just want to ask, if you could go back in time, would you start a holiday home company.
Oh,
We
no.
can cut this.
No, I'm as you are yourself. I've always been wanting to be in the hospitality industry. I always wanted to have my own hotel.
Okay.
Oh,
But,
okay.
but yeah, being now in well, having small hotels all over Dubai, it's even better. So would I do it again?
Exactly.
Definitely. I'm very happy to meet new guests, get into new apartments every day, adding new apartments on let's say
Yeah.
weekly basis. Yeah, I would do it again. I'm
And
very happy.
apartments here
to-
are nothing less than a hotel. They're amazing.
Exactly. Like everything is from the amenities to the
Yeah.
apartment to the views. Everything is yeah.
And you've got that energy about you, man. It's just that very like warm and friendly, and you just want to give the people like around you a really good time.
It's
you know?
not yeah it's
So-
we wish to give that extra touch.
That Dutch touch.
the Dutch touch. Yeah, that's a good one.
Amazing.
No, but thank
fantastic.
you for having me. Yeah.
no, it's been great having you here on the Livjaza edit. Amara, Daniel, it's been a wonderful time. You guys as well. Thank you for sitting and listening to us. And we're excited to see you next time.